and certainly enjoying them because it's been sunny. Probably can't tell from my face, right? I've been getting a lot of sun up here, but it's been lovely. And another thing that's lovely was when we basically flipped around that 762-point decline this morning. That was pretty lovely. And again, as I said, if they want to feed us, that fear, if they want to try to sell that real hard, I'll be selling it right back to them. And I'll be bye. Make sure you check it out, folks. We're going to have Kevin O'Leary. We'll be talking with him in just about an hour. In the meantime, let me open up 3 at 3. So just one sec here. Present. There we go. 3 at 3. So this is where I let you know where we've seen some unusual option activity and what I have done with it. You want to learn more about trading? Well, we have a whole bunch of online courses for you folks. Stock, options, futures, cryptocurrencies. You want to learn more about any of those, or you just want to make mistakes as you go along? Your choice. We've got great approved courses that'll be out there for you to help you be a better trader. They will really make a difference in your trading. I know, because we developed these courses for hundreds of our own traders from 1981 all the way through when we stopped and sold to Citadel, our floor trading operation. And then we began developing these programs for investors like you. So in other words, we took what was not as necessary for a non-floor trader, but we still gave all the great strategies. Again, stock, options, futures, cryptocurrencies. You decide what you need, as little or as much as you want. We've got it all at marketrebellion.com/get started. And now that's just what we're going to do, is get started. This is presented for informational and educational purposes only, full stop. All right, so we talked about Bristol-Myers, one of Jim Cramer's favorites, Bristol-Myers. And Bristol-Myers on last Friday, we talked about those July 55 puts, and they were trading for $2.15. So $215 times almost 7,000 of those puts means about $1.4 million equivalent went off in that trade. How did they do? Well, let me show you how they did and how I did. First of all, those puts moved up from $215 per put to a high on the day of $310 per put. I took half of my position off. Why? John, you always hold on for 100%. No, first of all, I don't always hold on for 100%. Second of all, when the market makes a turn as dramatic as we saw happening today, I wanted to get some of those puts and put that profit in my pocket. So that's what I did. Not telling you how to play it, that's what I did. So I took off about half of my puts today. Not at $3.10, but over $2.80. So it's a nice little windfall, to go from 210 up to 280, 285, and so forth. For every $210 I put on the table, I took off $280, $285. That feels good. Then, with the rest, I sold these, the 5250 puts in July, against the puts that I own. So, folks, if you do this one-to-one, if you're somebody like me and you decide, you know what, I want to lock in as much of this as possible, I sold these puts at over $1, I guess most of it at $1.85. So I sold these puts at $1.85, which means since I paid $2.10, sold these at $1.85, I am into this $2.50 spread for the difference between what I paid, $210, and what I received, $185. So that happens to be $25. So I could turn the balance of this $25 investment into $250 if the stock breaks down below 52.50. Now, I don't know if it will, I don't know, but I know that I like having a lot of money off the table in my pocket, and I like being able to sell these puts against it 1-to-1. For every one of these puts I owned, I sold one of those 5250 puts. Moves the odds into my favor. And now I don't even think about this trade anymore. If it keeps going, great. If it doesn't, in 2 weeks, I'll sort of look at it again and say, well, what is that spread trading for? Because now it's a spread. What is that spread trading for? Well, right now, as you can see on your screen, the spread, since I took both these at about the same time, as you can see, 2:20 Eastern Daylight, 2:17 Eastern Daylight, pretty close to the same time. The thing is trading almost 91 cents. So in other words, I've already turned something that I bought because of that leg, because I bought those on Friday, and sold these today, the 5250 puts. I was able to scalp myself into a trade where I've got as much as 95 cents, 90 cents out of something that I only have 25 cents risk on. I like that. All right. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful himself, is going to be joining us in less than an hour, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Love Kevin, love his honesty, love how willing he is to share his insights with us at Market Rebellion. He did a fabulous job in Vegas last year. We love having him on, and I certainly can't say enough nice things about my friend, Kevin O'Leary. Please check out O-Shares, which is Kevin's company, as well as Beanstalks, another company that Kevin is involved in. But gosh, what isn't Kevin involved in? The guy's involved in just about everything, and he's got a magic touch. So join us at 4 p.m. Eastern. You just have to register. It's free, and then you might be able to ask Kevin a question. Thank you. All right, let's get to our 3 at 3. First one, GlaxoSmithKline, GSK, bullish call buying. Stock's $40. They're buying the June 41 calls. These calls expire Friday. So, time frame, very short. You've got to be watching trades like this, because if this one moves, it's going to move like this, because we've only got 4 trading days left until expiration. So watch this one. They bought 18,000, which is 1.8 million share equivalent. They paid 36 cents up to 60 cents. Let me pick a number and say 50 in between. 50 cents is $50, because every option is for 100 shares of stock. So $50 they put on the table for these June 41 calls. 18,000 of them. Open interest was only 2,200. This is new trades, folks. Opening trades. Are they always right? No. But let's look at where the stock has gone since they did it. Right now it's at 40.69, and as you can see, we've already been over 42 today. So this is a pretty nice trade. Watch it. I am in the trade. I will likely be out of it by Thursday, if not sooner. Second of our 3 at 3. Take a look at Twitter. Twitter, that little bird told me something about Twitter. Stock's 33.72. They bought 5,000 of the July 2nd expiration. This is the first Friday in July. So this is not this week June expiration, which would be the 19th. It is not the following week June expiration either. This is out in July, first Friday in July. So it's at least 3 weeks out into the future. They bought these calls at the 35 strike, paid $113 per call. For some of the calls, they paid up to $131 per call. So what did I do? I followed them. Stock's 33.72. Now the stock's 33.90. So again, stock was 33.72. It's 33.90. Hasn't moved that extraordinarily big to where you might say, I don't want to chase this one. If you like it, if you like the activity in the name, you can also put on a spread. You could also buy a strike under here. You wouldn't need to buy the 35 strike calls, but they are cheaper. But if you put on a spread, just be aware of how spreads work. You do address time decay with a spread, which is theta, and you help yourself out in terms of volatility, because volatility compression, or vega, could also hurt you if you just own vol. So that is our second of our 3 at 3. Twitter, the little bird told me so. Last one, iRobot. iRobot, IRBT. You know what they make, the Roombas, as well as equipment for military and so forth. But let's just focus in on the stuff for the consumer. IRBT stocks 85.66, and they're buying the June 90 calls. So these are $4 out of the money, from 86 to 90. So $4 out of the money. It's this Friday, this June expiration, 4 days hence. Just like my first example, you got to be nimble if you're in these kind of trades, folks. You get a pop, you got to be willing to take it off or at least address it pretty quickly. $60 to $160 is the range that they paid for these calls, and the stock is right now $84.65. So let's keep an eye on it. You might be able to get in cheaper, but look at that monster pop, $9.45 to the upside. And this one didn't have any decline at all, with the market decline in the morning, which was at one point over 700 points. This one, boom, 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 higher. So watch this one, 84.65 iRobot calls. And nothing says you couldn't buy a strike like the 85s and sell a strike above that 1-to-1 like I did in GSK and some of the others. All right, thank you for joining me, folks. I hope you tune in with Kevin O'Leary. You still have time to register. Kevin is going to be joining us. There we go. Kevin will be joining us. You can sign up at marketrebellion.com. It's free. You can join us. I hope you consider it. And I look forward to seeing you on the stream or on the halftime report tomorrow.